Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just wanted to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I want to quickly say, I hope your day is going fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going better than fantastic as well. Today, I want to talk about something very important. And that's the fact that narcissists are always looking for your reaction. Oh, and thank you for your comments. Again. Someone in my last video mentioned this. And I believe it's something we do know. But we do need to take it very seriously. Because in the world of narcissism, not every polite action is polite. Though it might be. And not every act of anger is what it seems to be. You see, when we get into a relationship with a narcissist, they are constantly gauging and testing to see what they can get away with and what our boundaries are. Here's the problem. This has become more of the norm for the average person, and it's even praised amongst many so-called dating coaches. Well, this person is doing this as a test. And you have to just accept it's their nature. Here's the thing. In years and years past, people vetted each other in more of what I call a normal way. They went to school with each other for years. They were in each other's class. They lived down the street from each other. Their parents knew each other. And somewhere along the line, they realized this person is of good character. Now again, not looking at things through rose-colored glasses. Because there was for sure narcissism back in those days. However, this repeated narcissist do testing for most simply wasn't something I think the average person wasted their time to think about. Let alone do to gain some sort of leverage against the person they supposedly loved with everything they had. Again, I'm sure it happened in those days. But it wasn't a common thing amongst those that entered relationships for healthy and seemingly innocent reasons. However, when you start showing something as toxic in television, in the movies, and in music, people start to see it, hear it, and they get curious about it. And before you know it, you have people doing the narcissist do test to people they have no business doing it to. And then they start to see the reactions of the person they are doing this to. And then the game for control begins. And speaking again of the narcissist lights, or those that mimic the nature of the narcissist but they might not be a full-on narcissist, I believe this is where they find themselves in a very addictive loop. Because it's almost like them being on that show Punk'd, but they are the producer, writer and star of the show. And each week there is a new trick, lie and or manipulation they get to pull. And the more they do this, the more the relationship starts to go down the tubes. Look. Is there healthy testing? Yes. Yes, there is. You just observe someone in their normal day-to-day life. Are they gossiping all of the time? Do they seem to be someone of honor? Can they admit when they are wrong? Do they seem to have a hot temper, or do they have a rational, cool head? Do they have decent, like-minded friends? Or do they hang out with a tough crowd looking to get out there and do bad things? And in years past, in many cases you would have had years to see if any of this stuff came up to the surface. Now it's very true that some narcissists can hold in their true evil nature away from others for a long time. But a great many, especially when they are young and inexperienced, usually have a difficult time covering such behaviors up for long periods. And that's when someone looking at them as a potential friend or dating life partner, they might have a chance to back away before things get too serious. However, people don't test in this healthy manner these days. For one, meeting. Dating and marrying someone you grew up with or went to school with is almost unheard of these days. And secondly, having honor and being honest is seen as a weakness to exploit. Simply put, in years past, there were players and those that were trying to game people. Yup. They sure did. But in today's era, it seems like the average person develops these narcissists player gaming people traits as a way to fit in with others and a way to not appear weak as well. And then it sadly turns into a real addiction they can't turn off. Thus each relationship they get in repeats the same cycle of seeing how far they can push someone and use someone until the relationship comes to a tragic end. And I believe this is something that is being promoted by narcissists that have the ability to do so. And the reason why is narcissists love turning others into narcissists. It's that simple. Because they can't love. They don't want you to have the ability to love. And it's because of this fact. I believe if people wanted to stop it tomorrow they could. And that is looking at the fact that narcissists want to take away people's fundamental ability away to love one another. If people could just realize this fact and see it for what it is, they might be able to just say, I don't want to be used in this manner anymore. And I'm not going to use others as well. But I think some people don't want to see this fact. Even though deep down inside they know it to be true. Because quite simply they are addicted to the power and the control they get by watching people move around like puppets to their covert manipulations and tricks they play. It all comes down to narcissistic supply and at times money as well. This is why boundaries are so important. You see, there was a time that the average person posted all of their business on social media. Now there are some people pulling back from it. But when it was in full swing, there were a lot of people that didn't understand that posting one's life online was literally having no boundaries. And narcissists are always looking for what they can use your information for. And or your reactions to things as leverage to control you like a puppet. So, some people, not everyone, but some people are pulling back from that. You see, it's a fine line, people. You gotta get out there and live your life. You can't stay stuck. But you do need to be careful with who you deal with. And what you tell people. And certain situations that happen aren't as organic as you may think. They very well could be a setup just to see what you will do and how they can use your reactions to manipulate you at a later time. It's a very real thing we must be careful of. And be aware that these are the tactics that not only narcissists use, but those that follow the lifestyle of the narcissist. But with that said, I'm curious of others' comments on this subject. Is this something you've noticed out there in the world or in your own life? Please leave your comments in the comment section below. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.